paving the way for gay men. And, I think it's so huge. I mean, RuPaul's Drag Race is really the one to credit for, so many things, but
Emmy
he's
winning,
another one.
baby.
Yeah. He's another one, but I just think it was such a powerful weekend to watch all these women on stage of all ages,
Like
mostly
Kathy.
older, killing it. I loved
Kathy
it.
I stand by with whatever you said before, because I mean, I saw it. She was like the president. Her line was longer than like any other line. It was mass pandemonium. And I feel that she was like, at one point, I mean, I'm not knocking her. At one point, like I looked over to like Larsa's line, like to meet Larsa, and there was like 17 people in it. Now, let me drop a footnote. You have to also, that's an unfair statement because there's counter programming. So it's like like here's Larsa at her booth. That might be this. I have to pull up this crazy 3-day schedule. That could have been the same time that Ask Andy was happening. You know what I mean? Like, or the Beverly Hills panel. So like, let's just, but I can tell you that people did not give a fuck. They were in Kathy Hilton's line. She was, to me, the most visibly most popular, other than when Andy walked through, people went crazy, of course. But Kathy, to me, was like the president of BravoCon. Love her or hate her, that was what it was. Now, before we get to reunion, we also need to talk about, Lisa was booed so hard on that stage. She was booed so hard.
I mean, I love it. I don't think Rinna cares. I saw her talk to Access Hollywood. I'm sure you saw that clip after too. And she was just like, look, I've been in this business 36 years. I've never been booed. It was the first time. Rinna is right up
What
there.
Else did she say?
She just basically said, it's fine. Like, I'd never been booed before. There's a first time for everything. I consider it a mile marker in my career. I loved it. And, you keep it moving, baby. I mean, good for her. I don't think any of that stuff bothers her. And I mean, you're telling me she didn't anticipate being booed? I'm sure she did. And by the way, I mean, do you think that they've known that she was coming forever? They probably just wanted to keep ticket sales high. They wanted to keep drama low leading up to BravoCon. So they just didn't announce that she was going to be there. But I mean, I saw the pictures in Daily Mail of her on Thursday leaving the LAX airport. She was booked for BravoCon months ago. They just pretend like she wasn't. I mean, it's just, to me, I hope the audience is on to the genius choreography of this whole thing. She was going to BravoCon forever. I think she knew that she was going to be booed. I saw her give the finger to the audience and then post that.
They don't care. Like,
they don't care.
You heard Andy's answer. If they look at the footage, they look at the ratings, they look at the mix of people, and they're like, she's coming back. That is the box we're checking. We're not getting rid of Lisa Rinna. Now, they might get rid of her, but I agree. And I don't think doesn't shock me that she was booed again, but I mean, do I think they might discuss that for a minute? Sure. But it's going to be a business decision. 100%.
Totally.
100%. And I mean, Diana's not there. So that tells you, like, if Rinna was a done deal, nail in the coffin, she wouldn't be there. She's Lisa Rinna. I mean, I don't care if you hate her. I don't think she's getting fired. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't. I think, let me put it this way, as the days go on, the hours go on, the reunion goes on, the weeks go on, I'm more certain, like, my 52% of her staying is now like probably 85%. You know what I mean? It's going way up. Right?
Oh, way up, way up. I think she handled that with such class this past weekend. I mean, giving the audience the finger, not so classy, but I think every show has a villain. Everybody loves a villain. Rinna is happy to be the villain for a while. And like Erika said, this season, it all comes around. Next season, I think we're going to see an Erika Jayne somewhat vindicated, dating, rebuilding her life, maybe going back on the road, and maybe some other drama is coming for a Kyle, for a Dorit, for, Garcelle, for Sutton, I mean, I will say this, I wouldn't be shocked if Crystal were gone. I wouldn't be shocked.
I talked about this with Kim. And by the way, let's just take a minute out, like we talked about last time. Erika wasn't booed. Erika Jayne was not loudly booed like Kyle was. So
yeah,
that's my point. I mean, when I say like, right, you and I discussed this, like Rinna is more hated this season than Erika was last season. That is just, Erika was the most hated person, I think, in the history of Bravo. The intense negative, and it's still there, Sarah girl. Don't kid yourself. But I think we're already at an Erika Jayne redemption tour for a lot of people. It's not, it's she's, and listen, I think the way she handles herself on that panel too was she spoke when spoken to, and even when she was giving her answers, I didn't hear a lot of boos. Like, I don't know, guys. I don't know.
I have, look, I've said it before a million times. I'm sounding like a broken record on this podcast, but Erika, I don't believe knew. The famous scene that David Yontef describes is, I truly believe, how Erika found out that Tom was embezzling. You do not question a Tom Girardi. If anyone listening, which many of you have been around wealthy, influential people, you don't question the facade. It's totally wrong. We should never worship money, but that's what the society that we're in. It's a capitalist society.
I worship money. I'm raising my, I stop, cease and desist. So where's Diana? See, where's Kathy? Stop. I have nothing. I worship money. I do.
Well,
I like it. I really like it.
I find that a lot of people I know that are very rich are usually, they're alcoholics. They have horrible relationships with their children. There's so many things. They're fucking hated. There's a few people I know that I would say are moderately rich, worth 5 to 10 million, and they seem to be the happiest. They live good lives. They're not, you wouldn't know that they were worth $8 million, but they seem to be the happiest. But the ultra wealthy people that I have known are usually a wreck, like behind the scenes.
I like this, that middle group, 5 to 10. Okay, they're happy. And by the way,
it's like, if I were worth 10, that would be I would be so 10 million, you can still fly semi-private. You're living so large.
You can tell people to fuck off.
You can tell people to fuck off. 10 million's a lot, but it's not.
It's not enough to not work. I'm sorry. Everyone could come for me for that. It's not. You gotta, Sarah's looking at me like, okay, let me rephrase that. It's enough to live a certain lifestyle.
Okay, I think 20 million is the goal, because 20 million is, you're pretty fuck you money. Like, you're pretty good.
Sarah's looking at me like, no, I mean, yes, and yes. Let's just leave it at that, people.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
But